Good thing my grandma taught me these tricks. First, on the first clip, I added a keyframe in the middle and another at the end. Then I rotated the clip to -15 degrees, zoomed in, and applied a cubic in graph. Next, on the third clip, I added a keyframe in the middle and another at the end. Then I zoomed in on the last keyframe and applied a cubic in graph. After that, I froze the beginning of the first clip, overlaid it, dragged it before the original clip, and deleted the remaining part. Then next, I went to custom removal, brushed over the character and applied it. Then I added a keyframe at the start, applied a horizontal mask, and added another keyframe at the end. I moved the first keyframe downward and the last keyframe upward, then applied a cubic in graph. After that, I repeated the same process on the fifth clip. Then I added a keyframe at the start and another at the end, moved the first keyframe to the left until it was out of frame, and applied a flow to graph. Next, I froze the seventh clip, overlaid it, dragged it before the original clip, and zoomed it out. Then I split the overlay in half. On the first overlay clip, I added a horizontal mask, then added keyframes at the start and end. After that, I duplicated the overlay and inverted the mask. Next, I moved the first keyframes downward and upward on both overlays, then applied cubic out graphs to both. On the second overlay clip, I added keyframes at the start and end, moved the second keyframe back to its original size, and applied a cubic in graph. After that, I went to effects and added the omniflexion effect. I set the rotation to 0, range to 100, blur to 0, and atmosphere to 0. Then I added keyframes at the start and end, duplicated the effect, and placed the duplicate on the next clip. On the first effect, I changed the second keyframe's horizontal value to 0. On the second effect, I changed the first keyframe's horizontal value to 100. Then I applied cubic in and cubic out graphs. Next, I duplicated the effect and placed them on the fifth clip. Then I duplicated them again and placed them on the next clip. On the first effect, I changed the second keyframe's vertical value to 0. On the second effect, I changed the first keyframe's vertical value to 100, then applied cubic in and cubic out graphs. After that, I added the wide angle effect to the fourth clip. I added keyframes at the start and end, set the first keyframe's intensity to 0, the second keyframe's intensity to 100, and applied a cubic in graph. Then I duplicated the effect and placed it on the sixth clip. After that, I added the ripple effect. I added a keyframe at the start and set sharpen, blur, and size to 0, speed to 60, intensity to 0, and twist to 100. At the end of the effect, I changed intensity to 70. Then I duplicated the effect and placed it on the following beats. Finally, I duplicated each ripple effect 5 more times. And now let's see the results.